The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 11 yards there, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
Alert! Go!
They'll try the air now with Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game the second half, no matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Easy, alert! Hurry up, get checked!
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jones on the return.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the 50 at Stanford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You got three.
Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Stanford. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stanford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stanford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.